you've noticed I've turned them upside down because it's the more porous side, which is the underside of the cake, because that will soak in a lot easier than the crispy top bit.
We have big plans to turn this mess into an entertaining area with pizza oven and paving. But in the meantime, I'm going to whip up a high-energy morning tea for the workers.
A really good friend of mine, Free, has been bugging me to make this cake for ages, and it's probably one of the most indulgent carrot cake recipes I've ever seen. It's a Southern-style American carrot cake, and all I'm doing now is just basting these tins with a little bit of butter, and then I'm going to coat it with some flour. So this is a really old-fashioned way of making a pan non-stick, essentially. And incidentally, if you do use this method, you'll find that your cakes will caramelise much more evenly on the outside. And that's it. So onto the cake. This is a really, really easy cake to make. There's not much to it. So there's butter, taken to room temperature, unsalted, of course.
To that, you add caster sugar, brown sugar, salt, vanilla extract, then while it mixes, you bring in the eggs.
Next, we're going to add the buttermilk. So that's going to add a really nice bit of depth with the cultured nature of the milk. It's got a nice sort of tang to it.
And in goes the crushed pineapple, shredded coconut, sultanas, and chopped pecans. Fold well before sifting in a dry mix of flour, cinnamon, nutmeg, and ground ginger. Now for the star ingredient, carrots.
I always just make sure they're really nicely washed, and I keep the skins on because it's just added fibre. Because that's going to really help with all those extra calories, isn't it?
Mix in the grated carrot before spreading evenly into the cake tins.
And that's it. We're ready to bake.
And it's into the oven at 170 degrees for about 30 minutes.
So far the recipes, nothing out of the ordinary. Maybe the pineapple and the coconut are a little bit different, but this is kind of where it starts to get a little bit naughty. So we're making a syrup to put in between the layers. And what we've got here is just a little bit of butter, chef's amount of butter.
To that we add sugar, bicarb, salt, buttermilk, vanilla extract and light corn syrup. Then gently heat until golden brown.
Oh, that's starting to smell really yum.
Now it's time to assemble.
And you've noticed I've turned them upside down because it's the more porous side, which is the underside of the cake, because that will soak in a lot easier than the crispy top bit. A little bit more. And a little bit more.
And finally, the frosting goes on top of the glaze, and then it all comes together in a smoothing of opulence.
Oh, look at that.
And outrageous decadence.
Oh man, this is a very high cake. That's it. I'm gonna take this out to the boys. They should be super happy with this. Hi guys. Okay, one here.
What? I like this.